Alright guys, I love it when watches come back. Not the exact same watch, but the same model. Especially when it's a watch like this. So this is the Tudor Black Bay 58, and it's been about a year since I originally did the video of a Black Bay 58 that I actually purchased from my buddy Homer, and then I ended up selling it later. But my buddy Jeff sent this one over, and this one's in much cleaner shape, but it's still the same watch essentially. You know, it's classic size, beautiful look to it, and I just wanted to revisit. Like, it's been a year since I've actually had one, worn it, and then one just, come back to the channel. What are my thoughts on it after a year? Not me owning it, but at least me have owning it at one point and now have it come back and revisit. So, let's talk about the size, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the actual watch and I think what it really means for a lot of people. So 39 millimeter case on this guy, 47 3/4 lug to lug. You can see it's got kind of a slab style, and it's full polished, and it gets fingerprints fast. So 12 millimeter thick. That's approximate, give or take, but it has a double domed, almost box style crystal there. So it adds a little bit to the overall look of it. 20 millimeter lug width here. Bracelet tapers down very nicely to a 16 millimeter. And then you have a fully milled clasp. I mean, the Tudor clasp are amazing. They use ceramic balls in there for the detents. So the action on it is pleasurable. And then it's got the Tudor shield look to it and everything like that. 3 micro adjust. This one's all the way in, and then it has a rivet style bracelet with screws, and it's very easy to size. As you can see here, I had to add a link. It's very easy to size, and again, I'm going to highly recommend picking up one of these because it fits perfectly into those smaller screws. So this is a 1.2, and I've had very good luck with this actual one. So if I think about it, I'll try to put a link in the description to where you can pick it up on Amazon. So proportion-wise, this thing is perfect for so many wrists, whether it be a wrist size in the smaller range or even all the way up into the larger range. I have a 7 1/4 inch wrist, and I can give you a wrist shot here in a moment. But overall, I mean, this is an absolute beautiful home run dive watch. 200 meter water resist. It's using the in-house MT5402 70-hour power reserve movement that Tudor has developed, and it is COSC, so it is a chronometer movement. I threw it on the time grapher, and dial up, I mean, I didn't check all positions, but dial up, plus 3 seconds, super healthy amplitude. This thing is running spot on, so there's going to be no issue there. Bezel action on this, 60 click. And I have not found another watch yet that the bezel feels like the Tudor bezels. They're just great. I don't know, like the way they operate, the way they sound, the tactile feel on them, and they snap into place, just perfection. The materials used, you're going to have an aluminum bezel insert on here, which I think helps capture the look. You get that red to really kind of pop on there better where that pip is, and then the printing on it is going to match all of the printing on the gilded printing and the indices and handset and everything. It's just beautiful. I would love to see Tudor expand on the Black Bay 58. Potentially, add a date at the 6 o'clock or different colorways, or, I mean, they could really exploit this model. It's shocking to me that this is the only variant they have of it when they have went so far down a rabbit hole with the Black Bay lineup. I don't know why they stalled on the Black Bay 58. And maybe that was something that was going to be scheduled for the Bezel 2020 releases, and they just haven't done it, and they're part of the camp that they're just going to hold off and wait. But with the use of social media, new media, whatever you want to call it, and the success of like the Breitling releases and Zinn and so many others, the way they're rolling them out and just using in-house, or even if they were to use an aftermarket or contract it out to roll out their new models, I don't know what they're doing. Just do it. And you'll, maybe they don't need help selling watches, I guess, because even this one, so the retail on it is $3,700, but I'm not sure you can walk into a Tudor AD and actually pick one of these up. I think you still might have to get, you know, a little bit of a wait period. I could be wrong on that. On the used market, on the secondary market, I've seen them sell for retail or even higher, but I've also seen them sell lower. So the pricing is kind of all over the place. It's a little confusing to me with the Black Bay 58. So it's one of those watches that just kind of throw me for a loop. I am wearing my Seamaster 300, and you can see the disparity in size. I mean, I'm holding them at about the same plane, you know, but the Seamaster is a 42 by 50 essentially versus a 39 by just under 48. So massive size difference there for sure. But both of them work really good. So like if I pop this on my 7¼ inch wrist, you're gonna see, and some of it is hard to capture because on video or pictures, you know, it's hard to tell like a good size proportion. But I'm telling you right now, I could wear this watch no problem. Totally easy to do. And I remember the first time I actually kind of got to the point where I just felt like it was too small, but that's a personal preference. That's me, you know, trending towards a little bit larger watch. You know, a 42 like the Seamaster is just, that's where I'm at right now in my watch wearing preferences. But that doesn't mean that this watch couldn't work. And quite frankly, this watch could coexist in this collection. Like if I wanted to buy one of these, which it's not what I'm looking at, but the taper on the bracelet is amazing. I'm actually even warming up to the rivet style bracing. In the past, I kind of just was not digging it, but I'm warming up to it because it kind of, you know, fits the whole look of the watch. The nice oversized crown, it's super easy to manipulate. I didn't measure the crown. Let's measure the crown real quick, you know, because that whole 7mm crown is, yeah, so it's almost a 7mm crown, and that seems like a perfect size for a crown for ease of operation. So, and the crown tube on this is super robust, as you can see. So that first position, when it pops out, you're going to be able to wind, and then you have just a single position. You can see just how sturdy and robust that is. So there's no movement on there, and then of course it hacks, and then you push it in, get it going again, and just thread her right on in, no problems. You got the rose on the crown there, and then, oh, you know, let's get those hands out of the way so you can see the rest of the printing, I guess. So you have the Tudor shield in the Geneve at the 12, and then the printing down below is going to let you know the depth rating, 200 meters, 660 feet, chronometer, officially certified. So even if you buy retail at $3,700 and you get it from the AD and you wait or whatever like that, that's kind of a lot of watch. I mean, you have the brand history, you have a perfect size, and you have just a beautiful looking watch. I think it's a very good value. You know, if you're hesitant on getting one of these, I don't know what you've been waiting for. Like, you know you want one of these, it's kind of a safe bet. I think just go ahead and do it. Figure out how to buy one, but, you know, get it from an AD or from a trusted seller if it's used. You know, make sure you're 100% authentic and go for it. I mean, it's just a beautiful watch. The bracelet is very well done. The clasp is amazing. It's just a killer watch. So, and then you can wear it on different straps, you know, 20 mil, you have different strap options, whether you stay with the Tudor straps or if you want to get an aftermarket leather or elastic style strap. That the old one I had about a year ago, I wore it on an Erica's original, the green one, and it looked awesome and it felt great on wrist. So perfect time for summertime if that's your preference. But yeah, just a great watch. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Big thanks to my buddy Jeff for sending this in. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll probably have this one sitting around for just a little bit longer, but I don't want to have it sitting around too long because it might end up in the watch box. So here's the loom. That's the other thing. The loom is actually killer on it. It's a great job on the loom application. So, all right, guys, I'll catch you on the next vid.